You can paint the picture. You have this guy, he's preparing for a fishing trip with his kid, and he's kind of getting ready. He has about an hour till he has to load up the car and get in it, but he's got a whole bunch of stuff to do before he gets there. And you guys know, it happens to us every day. We lose our cell phone charger, right? I lose one every week, I know this. And so in this instance, he's like, what am I gonna do? I can't go get one. I need a car charger. So he goes on his device, he pulls up eBay Now, he finds a retailer that has the charger that he needs, and he finds it at Best Buy. He presses send, and guess what happens? He orders this mobile phone charger, and it shows up within an hour by an eBay Now courier, and he's on his way with his child, no delays. But what was really important in that story is it wasn't just about the fact that he needed the charger, it was about the context of the situation, because he actually could not leave his home. And we had to understand where he was, find a store that was nearby, and actually get him that item. And so that's why this notion of kind of understanding the situation, understanding the customer, but also understanding that context really matters. That physicality, his physical location, actually really mattered. And how we like to think about this, and I know many of you do the same thing, it's all about the customer decision journey, really understanding where the customer is at any given point in that journey. And how we think about that is really at that moment of inspiration. What is that key trigger that's actually helping them to come up with the ideas that they have or the idea of the product that they want? All the way to this notion of when they buy something, they get inspired and they buy it, to the fact of they become a loyal customer, and it's someone that we can count on for their business. But the real meat here, the real excitement is about when they advocate for us. And then for us, the story doesn't end, right? Because we like to turn buyers into sellers. We like to create that flywheel. So we want buyers who actually want to sell. And so understanding that customer decision journey along the way helps us to make really smart decisions about how we should think about the channels that we work in, how we think about media, how we actually think about investment. Those are the key things that we want to understand along the way. And for us, online really matters. We spend a lot of money in digital because that's what's worked for us along the way. And we use a lot of different channels, many of the channels that you guys are using. But the one thing that we've done is we've actually played around and tried to understand the impact of TV on our business. And in understanding the impact of TV, we did some campaigns in 2011 and in 2012, and we went on TV. We wanted to understand how TV was going to work. And our goal was to help customers to understand the new eBay, to help them to understand the new offerings, that we weren't just old, used auction garage sale stuff, that you could actually buy things now, brand new with tags. And so we went out on a journey. And what we found on that journey is that we actually had some really compelling spots. People really liked them. They actually told amazing stories. But our challenge was that what we found is while it moved the needle, it didn't move the needle enough. And the reason it didn't move the needle enough is what we found with our brand, and I don't know how it works with yours, is that people actually have to try us first. So when you think about that process, we actually have to drive trial, which then changes perception. And so that suggests that we actually need to continue to get the house in order. That means that we have to continue driving really, really engaging and compelling experiences that create that stickiness. And then, sure, we can go on TV. That's what actually kind of takes us to the next level. And so what we did is we said, you know what? We're going to focus on creating more relevance. We're going to focus on driving a greater level of personalization. And in so doing, we actually came up with a new homepage. And that new homepage is called The Feed. And The Feed is all about your choices. It's all about the things that you say that you care about. So as you think about the brands you care about, or the products you care about, or maybe you're a collector and so that you like antique violins, whatever it is, that's what comes up in your feed. And we take a combination of things. We take a combination of the data you tell us, in addition to data that we know, and we pull that together to actually surface up that right inventory, right? So it's not just about getting you to anything that you say, it's about getting us to the right thing, that thing that you need and love.